get annoying. Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm still just getting ready. I haven't been in here for a while. Well, I have. I've been in here all week, but before that I wasn't in here for a while. I don't know where to put my drink because that is in the way. Maybe I can move that there and maybe put that there like that, and then that won't bash into the drink. Okay. Okay, anyone in the chat, just let me know if you are there. Anyone there before I get going? No, don't look like anyone's there yet. Maybe no one's going to come at all. Maybe this was a terrible waste of time. Maybe no one's interested in this crazy idea that I've got. I'm about to deploy. Hey, very woo music, yo. Okay, good. It might just be me and you, which would make me very happy. Right. So, hello, Death Mosh. No 1000. Don't know if that's how you spell that number. I have been exploring the past. Don't know why. We're going to do something a little bit different today, and hugely nostalgic, provided that you're of the age that you will remember this. Otherwise, it's retro. So if you, hi cake, if you are old enough, then it's nostalgic. If you're not old enough, then it's retro, would be my guess. We are going to make music like how I would have made music in the years 2001 to 2003. Before, hi RetroComputing, hi DJ Grace. Good, some of you are here. I'm going to make music like it's 25 years ago. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Actually, what happened is that I was faffing around and I found a book. I found a book of CDs, CDRs, right? And now I can't show them to you, but I'm going to make sounds with them. Yeah. That. Maybe I can fan them. There we go. That's me fanning about 15 CDRs. Yeah, here's the book. I'll do some ASMR CD book stuff. Let's go a little bit louder. Let's get ASMR CD booklet. And on these CDs I found, well, actually next to the book of CDs, I found a DVD CDR writer drive. And I plugged it in to my computer and looked at some of these CDRs, and I found the past. I found old project files, old backups of bounced songs, a ton of Jay Atal stuff, which I'm going to get and send to them. Some other things, and a lot of old software, and in particular, some old FruityLoops song files. And I thought, I wonder if I can load them. And then I went down a rabbit hole. So tonight we are going to use Windows XP using UTM on Mac, which you can get for free. Some of you, if you're on Windows, you can probably just do this. You know how to do this. But for me, I've been learning how to run old operating systems. So we're going to run Windows XP. And I tried loading some of the project files, but a lot of the samples were no longer available. So the projects didn't play. But I thought, wouldn't it be fun to try and obtain some software from around that time and try and make music like I. So we're going to load XP. Been using Win 7 with some old Audacity and MaxMSP to make some monolake type tunes. Are you doing something like that? I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to play around with FruityLoops. Well, I'll show you what we've got. Let's get XP up first. Hope the sound works. Beautiful. It's like a time machine. Isn't it giving you like a fuzzy feeling? I feel all fuzzy. So probably the first thing that we want to do is decide what background do we want. Your computer might be at risk. Oh, all right. Do we want this one? Or do we want the autumn? Because it's spring here now in the United Kingdom. I don't really think that having the autumn one is really apt. I always thought that it was very weird that this looks exactly like the battle droid scene in The Phantom Menace, which came out roughly about the same time. And I did go and do a little bit of research, and they are actually a photograph of the same thing. I think if you're interested in that kind of pointless trivia, you can go and look that up and verify that for me. So what have we got? What the fuck is this? Like music, try AOL. No, I won't. I don't want that. That's not part of my plan. Go away. So we've got FruityLoops 3.55. We've got CoolEditPro 2, which is the stuff of legends. Rebirth 2. I wasn't really a huge Rebirth user, but I got it. We'll play around with it. Granulab. So this absolute classic. Crusher X. I was not very good with Crusher X. Recycle and Winamp. And a handful of other things. I don't think this resolution is going to do me any good, though. Can we go up to 1080p? Let's go appearance and themes. Yes, change screen resolution. We got here. Can we go up to 1080p? Wow, this could be fun. 1080. Well, that's too far. Hang on, 1080, 10, 19, 20, 1080. Yeah. Whoa, 4K XP. No, 1080p XP. Do you want to? Yes, let's keep that. Yeah. Could it go up to 4K? Oh, yeah, it can. Whoa. It looks so clean. No, I don't want that. Let's keep it at 1080. Right, okay. Cool. So, yeah, I'm just going to mess about. Mid-90s Gillian Anderson wallpaper seems appropriate. I remember when someone found the hill. It is a real place. I can't remember the name of it, but it does exist. So I'm going to try and make a track like I did in 2002. I can't remember how to do any of this. So to get myself in the mood and find some motivation, I'm going to play in Granulab for a little bit. Let's go and get one of the hits from the hit parade of that era. So you can choose between Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 Miles, or Freak Me by Another Level. Let's do a poll, shall we? Let's do a poll, start a poll. Which song, question mark, Another Level, or Vanessa Carlton? I'll let you decide that. Start the poll, and vote in the poll. Vote in the poll now, or we're not doing it. We're not doing it. I think The Hill is a vineyard now. That's interesting. Bliss received positive reception from reviewers and has speculated that the most viewed photograph in history by Microsoft and journalists. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, I did watch a video about the autumn street that has been also widely researched, and people have tried to track it down, and I believe that someone did find it. You can go and look for that. There's a video on that as well. It's a very vaporwave style video. It's very fuzzy and nostalgic, which is kind of what we're going to try and do with this. I've learned some interesting stuff. I had to learn how to make ISO files to trick XP into thinking that they are external drives or CD-ROMs that I can then open files in via XP. Although I did have some help with Claude, who wrote the commands to do it all in terminal. But I've picked up a few new skills. It's been quite interesting. Okay, who's voting in the poll? Have you voted in the poll? Oh, it's looking like Vanessa Carlton is in the lead. Okay, I'm going to end the poll. Vanessa Carlton has won by nearly 50% over. Right, okay, let's do Vanessa Carlton then. I'm going to have to make sure I don't get a copyright strike for this. So I'll start by playing it incredibly slow with the grain density up and the pitch up quite high. Let's hope the audio works. Getting the audio to work was very difficult. Put some reverb on it here, maybe. That might mask it a little more.
Quite high, it starts to crap out. The actual performance, even though I'm on an M1 Mac with 64 gigs of unified RAM, like the maximum M1 you could get, I couldn't for the life of me work out how to sort of optimize XP to run. In UTM, you can choose how much allocated memory your virtual machine runs, which I put up to something like 4 gigs. I think I could go more, but Claude said just do it at 4 gigs. I've had a lot of help from Claude, not to generate art, to guide me with things that are technically out of my knowledge base. So don't get salty at me about me using a large language model, right? It wasn't for art, all right? It was for guidance. They're different things. They are very different things in my eyes. They ought to be in everyone's eyes, all right? Don't get salty in my chat. Otherwise, you'll just get this for 4 hours. Yeah, it's already starting to crap out because I went too high with the density, grain density. I've come to sort of a dead stop now, I think. Oh yeah, love that shit. You can save these slots. Let's reset the pitch. Where is the... It's very difficult to reset everything, but... Oh, I can just go to the default patch, I suppose. Let's just try and put it back to something like this. Of XP, but that might have 4 gigabyte RAM limit. Oh, that's interesting. I can't remember which version. I was doing this very late night and under the influence of alcohol. And there's lots of things I can't remember what I did. And I've already been locked out of my Dropbox for sharing malware with Benny Wu accidentally. They said you can't share any links for 24 hours. And I had to write to them and they personally helped me take that out. I sort of said, I'm not in the business of trying to share malicious content on the internet. Please give me access to my Dropbox back so I can share links. This is my livelihood. And they went, yeah, all right. But I haven't had any viruses. I'm not connected to the internet with XP anyway, so it should be fine. I can't remember if we did have the internet around this time. I must have been connected to the internet from XP. We didn't really get the internet in my house until about 1999. And we would have probably still been on Windows 98 or 95 by that point. I can't remember. It's so long ago. So with Granulab, you can save these patches in a slot. So I'm going to save that to slot patch 1. And then what we could do is something like increase the grain density. And maybe the pitch or something like that. And go in the opposite direction. Save this to slot 2. And then you can do this... well, this says param change time. I'll turn my faders down. This is param change time. I thought that was the time it takes to go from one slot to another. A bit more pitch wibble. What is your favorite audio effect? I don't know. I don't know if I've got one. Reverb? I don't know. I like all of them. What's my least favorite? Maybe. I like all the effects, yo. Curious to know how you use Granulab. Yeah, so what I would do was, because I didn't have Ableton Live yet, I would just load up 2 instances of Granulab, and I would have these sort of 2 slots. I would have like a handful of slots, and then so one slot would be like play at the default speed, and then another slot would be come down to a dead stop, and then a third slot would be just turn it into complete mush. And then, so I would kind of like not crossfade, but just sort of start and stop the Granulab with the file in. And then it would start at a dead stop or a complete snow mush. And then I would slowly interpolate to like full speed. I only did that like a handful of times, but I did like kind of quite enjoy it. So it'd be sort of something like this. So it'd sort of start like this. And then I would give it something like a 6-second or 10-second param change time. And then just go to the default pitch, which I'll have to be careful to do because it's copyrighted music, but... Yes, that's exactly it. And I had my Chaos Pad. I was going to try and plug the Chaos Pad in. And then I was sort of use my Chaos Pad as a little glue machine section for those sort of bits. But I didn't do it that many times. And it wasn't that long before I got into Ableton Live. Hey, what's this? So I would generally make tracks in FruityLoops, and then later it was Musis. I was trying to find a version of Musis. Musis actually exists now. So much of these applications still exist. There's nothing really 100% obsolete that I'm going to use. And I was sort of trying to find like really obsolete stuff. Some of it I couldn't install because it's just the file's corrupt or whatever. Or maybe it was malware, I don't know. So I couldn't find anything like 100% obsolete. Everything that is available, so CoolEditPro is now AdobeAudition. It's pretty much exactly the same. Recycle is available in free. Winamp is still available. Crusher X recently had an update, I seem to remember. Musis is now MuLab, I think. And Granulab is available, albeit in a sort of beta version. But I kind of thought I always wanted to make my own Granulab in MaxMSP, and it's been fun to remember, kind of explore what it does and sort of understand that there's kind of like the grain density is a little hard to understand, but the playback rate is really interesting because what you can do is you can sort of put it to a dead stop. It's very hard, but you have to sort of navigate. If you look down here, I don't know if you can see, but like you can go down to like 0. 1.0.0000 is like a dead stop, and then it says loop locked. So let's put the grain density back up quite high, about halfway maybe. I found a CD wallet in my attic 2 day containing absolutely genuine copies of Reason 1 to 4. Yeah, I've got Reason 3 somewhere, and I've got Live 4, and I can install Live 4 on here, but I thought I would maybe wait, because I kind of thought, like, if this as a live stream format does quite well, then I'll do more of them. Or if this is just kind of a one-off. I didn't really want to install Live on here. I wanted to play around with stuff I've not used for quarter of a century. I didn't put Buzz on here yet, but I wouldn't. The thing is, you were always a little bit better at Buzz than I was. I never really got into it. You'd have to give me a tutorial. Start a Buzz tutorial channel, I'll Blitzspiel. All this is taking me back to the days of making my stuff with Fast Tracker 2. Yeah, I was looking at trackers to install, but I never really used this stuff. I'm sort of just looking at stuff that I remember using, so I can have a little bit of a flashback. Anyway, prattling on. So I've gone to a dead stop here. We're just sort of lingering around this whatever position we're in. So let's try and reset the grains to... This is a terrible user interface. Absolutely awful. But you get quite a lot of resolution, but it's pointless because this isn't really running very well. But it's really hard to reset everything. So let's just get everything to 0. It takes a little while to catch up. Okay, let's save that as a patch. And then what you can do, so we're at dead stop. We can like modulate the, what's this one? Amplitude modulation of distance and sound file between consecutive grains. Is that what I mean? Or is it this one? Set span of file playback scroll rate. I think maybe it's this one. Let's try this one. You can sort of wibble around a dead stop. Right, see if it works. Can't tell if that one's doing anything. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. Let's go to patch 2. If you're just tuning in, welcome to 25 years ago. How I would get in the mood. Get in the mood to make music, you know. Music. Dancing on the dance floor. Stop it. Yeah, I crashed it. I'm going to get into trouble with the YouTube police. Hopefully I talked enough over it to... Oh, I'm back in the squeaky chair. Right. Okay, let's look at FruityLoops now. Whoa, that's okay. Let's get FruityLoops open. Apps that had startup sounds. Absolutely brilliant. Do you know about the CoolEdit Easter egg? No, tell me about it. Tell me about it when we get to CoolEdit. We can talk about Peter Quistgaard. Right. Let's check the audio works. Yeah. Yeah. Go up to 150. Oh, it's left to enter a note, right to remove a note. That kick is pretty good. There's terrible latency. What's going on here? Oh, I've got the buffer size up like stupid high. Let's come down. Let's come down to maybe something like this. See if that's helped. Yeah, beautiful. That's it. Let's make a MySpace page. All right, let's get some effects up. I've got Super Trigger in here. Let's have a look at that. Oh, classic stuff. Set it to 8. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm going to turn my cursor on. Turn my cursor highlight. Repeat probability 100%. All right, let's maybe. Do you know how long it took me to find out how to increase the number of steps? Let's keep it at this 16th notes. I've got some breaks. We're going to chop up some breaks. So I managed to import using the ISO mounting. I was able to get files into XP by mounting them to a fake external drive. So I got some break beats in here. That's all. These are all from hosts. That's quite good, that one. Let's pick one that we like. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, maybe. Trying to find one I like at the moment. That one's quite good. Yeah, let's use this one. So we can go right click, open in new slicer channel. So if anyone who's like a FL bro, they're going to come in and they're going to be like, bro, why are you broing the bro? Don't borrow the bro the bro. And they're going to have a good laugh in my face about me watching me using FruityLoops 3 and make an absolute fool of myself. So this is the slide. I don't ever remember using this. There's a couple of funky things about this version. I don't know if this is the version I had. I have a feeling that I had 3.0. This is 3.55. There are considerable differences. I don't remember the Fruity Slicer being in there. And I don't remember Fruity grains being in there either. Anyway, let's have a look at this. So let's slice it to 8th notes. This is kind of quite nice. Can we hear that? Oh, so it's right click. Oh, it's not very good for me being a lefty. right click to hear the. So now it's just made like a little. All right. Oh, let's get rid of that super trigger thing. Let's do stuff with that later. And you know, you can very quickly just sort of go in here and hit random, and it will randomize the clip, the little piano roll thing here, which is this piano roll is awful. I don't know why everyone on Reddit says that this is the best piano roll ever. It's not. It's terrible. Like, you can't even fucking like get that and copy it. Like, you have to do like Control C, Control V, and then it pastes it onto. I can't even move it. So let's do Control All. We have to, like, how do I even move it? Now I've pasted it. So is it this thing? No. Like, what? I mean, it's just a joke. Oh my God, what am I doing? Go back. What's undo? Oh, this is terrible. Control Z. Oh, you cock. Right, let's get rid of that. Right, get rid of that and put that one back there like that. Yeah, okay. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to do edit, copy whole pattern. That's Control W. Right, okay, let's try Control W, and then we'll go to pattern 2 and go paste. Yeah, and then we'll randomize this one. Yeah. And then we'll go to 3. And can we do paste there? No, that didn't work. Paste. Oh, so why when I do Control V from... There's no shortcut for paste. That is madness. Okay, never mind. Let's just keep going. I can already feel the arthritis in my hand. Let's go to 4. Paste, pattern. Yeah, okay. Randomize. So now we've kind of got 4 variations on the same pattern. We can go into the playlist. Where's the playlist? There's the playlist. And we can do something like this. And then we could do something like this. Just sort of something like that. And then that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and then that one, that one, that one, that one, or something. And then we can put it into song mode. Mate, apps like this still exist in the NHS. I would probably believe that, yeah. Some things just get made once and then never updated ever again. All right, let's do like some acid. Let's put some acid on it. Let's go to pattern 1. I don't really know what I've got in terms of instruments here. What have we got? What's the TS404? What is that? Oh, here's a thing here called TB303. Can we drag that in there like that? Hey, I remember this thing. Yeah, this thing was the shit. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. How do you what do you do here? Edit. Yeah. Randomize. Yeah. Octave. No, let's come down an octave. Let's go to chord. Interesting. Dominant. Bebop. How about that? Let's go for... can you do it in Mose? Yeah, let's do it in Phrygian. See what we get. Okay, let's do that all the way for all of the... It's very fiddly, but I'm having fun. Let's go. Maybe go up an octave for this one. Let's go to octave 3. Range 3 octaves. That's probably a bit much. Let's try 2 octaves. Humanize. No, don't do that. I don't want humanization. This is electronic music. Don't humanize it. I want it to be robotic and early 2000s randomized. Okay, let's see what we get. Have you heard Scrubber's new album? Yes, I went to the listening party. Some of it sounds like the music from MacGyver. Like MacGyver incidental music. Not that that's a bad thing. No, I didn't mean that as a bad thing. It sounded like early 80s American TV show library music. And I like that. But that's just my opinion. It's my opinion. Red Hot Piano. Is there an actual mixer? That's the effects. Where do you set the levels? Do you do that here? There's not a mixer. Maybe they added that later. So you have to set the levels here. Channel volume. Automation, but I don't think it's doing anything. I think it's just... Oh, it is! Okay, let's do pattern 2. Fun. I might make something like this for Ableton. I can just... Actually, I've kind of done that. I've done that loads of times. Why back to song. I can't get to it. It's gone over there. Come back. Come back. Come back. I can't get. Oh. Oh. Cox. Oh God. No, I'm at pattern 521. Right, let's go back up here. Right, I only want it to be this. Okay, this is kind of shit. But I don't care. I'm just trying to get familiar. Let's have a look at D-Blue glitch. See how this runs. Yeah, there it is. Look at it. Oh, it gives me a funny feeling in my tummy looking at it. Let's have a listen to it. Try and export this then for a laugh. Let's just, whoops, I'm on the wrong screen. Let's try and export this. Export loop, zipped loop package, WAV file. Let's try and export the WAV file. I just want to see what this is. See what this is like. Loops. No, I want to save it somewhere. Where should I save it? Ned Rush's documents. Let's make a new file. Let's make a new folder. Let's my samples. Yeah. Okay, let's call it Fruity glitch. WAV. Here we go. That's interesting. Looping mode, leave remainder, cut remainder, wrap remainder. I don't know what that means. This is all pretty advanced stuff. 6 seconds, 150. Okay, let's just do it. Options, save acidized. No. WAV, 16-bit. Yeah, okay. Let's do this. Oh, it's done it. Looks like it's done it. Right, okay, let's go to my computer. Let's go to my computer. Let's see if we've made our song. Documents. Oh, there it is. Why didn't it save it in that folder? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's open it with Winamp. See if we can play it in Winamp. Can I open Winamp? Come on, Winamp. Don't let me down. There it is. Okay, right. Interesting. Let's get it back. Let's get it back into FruityLoops. So I'm going to go, let's go back into FruityLoops. Let's go to options, file settings. Let's add Ned Rush's documents to the browser. Okay, cool. Let's just close. Let's make a new thing. I just want to see what this is like. Save changes. No, I don't care. I don't care. Let's go to my documents. Is that where it is? Yeah, there it is. Right. Okay. So we can. I think it's maybe done a tail. It's done a tail at the end of the 4 bars. Anyway, let's put it into a new slicer. This groove is being created. Yeah, I don't care about that. So, wow. Oh my God. Right. Okay. I'm starting to get a little frustrated with this mousing. So what's it done here? I can't really. Oh, the scrolling is in the opposite direction. I don't think this is going to be right. Let's go to 150. See what this is now. So how? I don't know how I'd be able to stretch all that out. It wasn't really what I was thinking. Okay, I'm going to close this down. And I'm going to open this in CoolEdit. Let's open this in CoolEdit. See if we can get this cropped the way that we want it. What's going on in the chat? Anyone who manages to incorporate Renaissance music? Bloody hell. Okay, I think we can trim. Let's just try looping this. Loop, please. CoolEdit Easter egg. Go to Help, About CoolEditPro, then double click the little balls to make them drop. What little balls? Oh. That is very good. Let's do it again. Okay, one more time with some reverb on. Where was it? Help. About. The picture's different each time. That's nice. You can grab them and fling them around. Wow. Yeah, you just don't get stuff like this in software anymore, you know? I think in an early version of Reason, you could unscrew the screws in the rack and they would fall out. It's like a little game. You can just have a little game. Oh, they're quite hard to get hold of, mate. Oh, what did I just do there? Hey, a third one has appeared. What am I drawing? I'm drawing stuff on the screen. Oh, look, you can put little pins in, and then when you drop them, they go down the pins. Hang on, let's try and get hold of one. It'll go down the pins, look. Wow. This was worth it just for this, I think. Wow, Pimple. Cool Edit Pimple. How about that? This copy is licensed to Peter Quistgaard. I hope he doesn't come after me. If you want to Google Peter Quistgaard and Cool Edit, have an interesting little bit of Cool Edit lore. Oh, let's get rid of that reverb. Turn that reverb off. Right. Okay, that sounds good. So let's crop that. Edit. Oh, I can't remember how to do cropping. How do you crop? Crop. Delete selection? No. Trim. There we go. Trim. Yeah. Okay, and then let's save that. Save. Okay, let's come out of Cool Edit. We'll come back to, we'll have more from Cool Edit later. Let's go back into FL, into FruityLoops, and try and get that loop back in. Isn't he the founder of Crate Audio? I don't know. I think all that I remember is when I looked him up, his Twitter bio said, "All people who use Cool Edit, fuck you," which I thought was hilarious. Right, let's go. That's been. I mean, they got bought out anyway, didn't they, by Adobe, as everyone does. Yeah, no, that didn't really work out. I'm gonna ditch this and sort of. Okay, I did actually have something in mind I wanted to do. So let's go back into Cool Edit, and I'm going to get another level. And I'm going to chop another level up because I was thinking another level actually has a pretty good snare drum. So I'm going to go to my where is it? It's on here, I think, isn't it? So this is my book. There's some stuff in here. A lot of this stuff I didn't actually really know what it was. I just installed the stuff, and some stuff didn't work because the installers were corrupt. But I was kind of thinking if this was going to be a regular thing, and if I was going to do more live streams where I use obsolete software or old-fashioned software, that I would maybe keep this running, and then people can write to me and say, "Oh, go and get this, and we can play around with this or something." Anyway. Where's another level? Here we go. I'm going to open this in Cool Edit and maybe take the first bit and oh my gosh. I can't remember how to do this. Can't remember how to zoom in. Oh, there we go. The scroll wheel is not very good. So we probably want to start here. Can I just use like Control plus and minus? No, things have changed. So we can navigate there and zoom in like here, maybe. God, I used to think this was incredibly easy to use, but things have changed. Yeah, we don't want that bit. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, you know what? It's all coming back. It was actually a really good editor. Delete, right. I'm gonna have to talk over this, or maybe have it turned down so that the copyright please don't get me. Oh, we're gonna have to zoom out, are we? No, that's in. The scroll wheel is the other way around. Oh my god, this is hard work. Oh my god, like I want to zoom out from here. Maybe if I stay there. Oh my god, this is painful. Okay. It's just like watching old people use computers. I mean, I am old now. I only really want like that bit. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. I could probably take this bit. Do you think another level are going to want to come after me for? La 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 la. Talking over the copyright. Talking over it. You can't get into trouble if you talk over it. Okay, let's go. Paste. Copy to new. Yeah, and then we'll go save as. And on my samples, I'm just going to call it another level. Save. Okay, Let's close CoolEdit. Oh my God. Let's close CoolEdit here. Do you want to save? No. No to all. Let's go to my, let's close Winamp. Let's go to my computer. Let's go to my documents, my samples. There it is. Let's open it in Recycle. Can we do that? Let's open Recycle here. Recycle, you going to open? Okay. Many an evening I spent in Recycle, only to really work out eventually that it wasn't for me. But got thousands of Rex files. Maybe not thousands, certainly hundreds. Okay, let's just get this up into loads of little bits. Yeah. Let's just get this up into loads of tiny bits. Yeah, that snare. It's quite a good snare. I quite like it. All right, so what we can do then, I think is what we can do, save, or is it export? Export sound. Let's try export sound. I think let's just try it. Let's go for level slices. Save it in there, yeah. Yeah, I was running FruityLoops at 2205, so maybe doing it at a different sample rate might be a bad idea. Let's try I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I know how computers work in this time, but not 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I didn't know how they worked. So using them in that time period is like I still don't know how they work. I mean, I know how sample rates work, but I don't know if running FruityLoops at 20k is, and then you import a sample at 41k, if it's going to play the sample twice the speed or twice, I don't know. We'll just have to find out. Let's keep that open. Let's go back to FruityLoops. And I won't use the slicer. I'll just bring the sounds in like individually. So my samples, level slices. There we go. It did it. So now we've got them all as little hits like this. So let's get that snare in. And let's get the, let's go to song settings. Let's get this up to like 32. Get this up to 32 steps. And then we can do like, let's do something like this. Yeah, okay, cool. That's from like a sort of kick drum. That's kind of a kick drum. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, let's put that one there. So let's do like a sort of garage. Let's do like some garage. Yeah, we're cooking now. Let's go. Yeah, this is the fucking shit. Now I'm having a good time. My alcohol's kicking in. What's happening in the chat, people? Soundforge had the fastest keyboard shortcuts and batch editing was super useful. I'm glad to see that you're all having fun remembering software from yesteryear. Wish I still had Recycle for my Akai. Recycle is free now. Oscillator Sync is my favorite visitor from MEMS. Okay. Let's make this fat. Let's keep working on our fat beat. That's quite good too. Maybe let's take that one out, put that one there. Yeah. Is that better than that one? Well, that's a slightly better snare. Let's use that one. That's a good snare. get like a couple of these in, maybe so let's get that one being used. Okay. Let's try and remember how to do this thing. Yeah, fuck yeah. Can you throw samples on the playlist? I can't remember. All right, the shuffle, the global shuffle. Let's go up to about 25% on the global shuffle. So I probably could have, so basically the reason why I'm doing this, because this was kind of how I used to do it. Like when I didn't know what I was doing, I would put stuff into CoolEdit and then I would either do it manually in CoolEdit, like crop, trim or crop out the hits that I wanted into a folder and then import them in on separate tracks, which was fucking horrid. But it was the only way I could think to do it because I didn't know what I was doing. Or I would, and then when I got Recycle, I would just put it into Recycle and export, and then it was made it quicker. But it was still not really the right idea. And then, you know, when I moved away, around about 2003, I sort of moved away into using Reason and Ableton Live, and I bought Ableton Live 4 and Reason 3, and I would rewire. So I'm going to maybe look into doing that later, not later in this episode, but maybe in the future. And then I would do everything in Reason, the sounds, I would rewire them to Live 4, where Live was doing the MIDI, and I would send the MIDI to Reason 3. And that was horrid as well. But it got me using Rex files a lot more to do the sort of slicing and all that sort of stuff. And then slicing came to Live, and then I never really went back. I never have. But this is kind of how I sort of used to do it. It just used to get these little hits in like this and just do it. And I kind of, now that I'm doing it, I can kind of see why. Because it's sort of like you just kind of add, you just sort of find another one and add like a bit in and just put it in like where there's a gap in the sequence like that. Loved your Reason tutorials back then. Oh, thank you. I should really do some more. I've got Reason 13. I just find the user interface a bit of an eyesore these days. It's too overwhelming. But I should do stuff with the rack, and their instruments are really good, but the user interface is like a sweet shop. It's like, who's this for? Is this for 12-year-olds? Like, at least, I mean, like FruityLoops is a little childish, let's put it that way. Like, they deliberately obviously changed their name because they wanted to look less childish, let's put it this way. But this UI is kind of quite nice. All right, it gets a little overwhelming when you have all these floating windows, but there's something quite utilitarian. It's a mixture of sort of kooky steampunk skeuomorphism and utilitarian bland vanilla. Like Ableton Live is purely utilitarian bland vanilla, and Reason is like purely sort of skeuomorphism. This it has quite a nice balance of the two. Now, I know that in recent versions of FL it's very different. It's kind of a little bit more silky and whatnot, and it does things like if you drag something from the browser, a little hand animation comes in and drops the thing in. But it has kind of maintained a little bit of that. And there's something a little bit kind of escapist but flat about it at the same time. Whereas with Reason, it's a little bit like, God, there's so much color. There's just way too much color. Even in like the early versions, but they had less instruments. So it was like the Rex player is blue. The NN19 is beige. Redrum is brown. Okay, that's fine. But now there's like 20 instruments and they're all like completely different colors, and it's just a little bit much. Like I wish they had an option in Reason that was kind of like three-tone color palette or something. I don't know. Maybe. Do you agree? Leave a comment in the live chat. Or if you don't agree, tell me why. Okay, so let's take a copy of this. Let's go copy whole pattern. Let's go to pattern 2, and let's paste the pattern. And this one we'll just take out the kick. I prefer when doors look like an XL. I kind of agree. I like things to look. I like minimal color palettes. That's what I like. I don't like too many, and it's not like a sort of. It's not. I don't know what it is. It's just what I like. Minimal color palettes. What do we have here? We have gray. We have a sort of gray burgundy, bits of orange. Variants on a handful of colors. You know, it's sort of, I feel like that I'm somewhere. It's distracting having too many colors. I think it's distracting having too many colors when you're trying to get in like a sort of creative zone. I'm quite serious about this. Like I did not like I don't know if I'm talking synesthesically or something. But like, you know, I kind of think I want to go in and I've got like, what have I got in my head? Yellow, green, or I've got blue and orange or something. You know, I've got like something that's either end of the spectrum on the color wheel or whatever. Or maybe it's just black and white, or maybe it's just one color. I don't know. I'm just thinking that. And, you know, eventually as you start to, well, this is just for me personally. I don't know if everyone's like this, but eventually as you start to get further down towards the end of the finishing line with a song, and you've listened to it a couple of times and you're not concentrating on where it's coming from visually on the screen, you're actually just, you're looking away, you've got your eyes closed and you're thinking about it. You're listening to it more cerebrally, then you might start to ascribe like different color palettes or something. That's what I do. I do sort of think a little bit in colors and landscapes. And I don't want to go in like that. I want to go in with something quite flat. And I think that there was something actually about FruityLoops that was quite inviting in that sense, which is why I spent lots of time with it and why I didn't spend lots of time with it, lots of time with other things. Like, for example, I did install Pure Data. I thought, I'm going to try and get, have I got it still installed? I think I might have deleted it. But it was just white. It was just, you open it and it's just white. I was like, no, I can't, no. And, you know, Max for a long time was beige. Beige is slightly easier on the eye than white. Let's put it that way. But now Max is grey. I just think everything should be grey. Including my penis. What colour's your penis? Grey. What colour's your penis? Grey. Yours? Grey. Oh, no pattern on that. There's a vocal in there saying grey. This is all coming together. He's saying grey. Someone's asked him what colour his penis is and he's saying grey. Okay, let's copy this. Copy this pattern. Copy whole pattern. Go to pattern 3 and then go paste. And let's just bring in some more sounds. That's quite good. Let's get one of those in. Yeah, make one of these, and then we'll do like a sort of maybe we could do something like this. No, it'd have to be like this. But there used to be a thing where you could kind of copy. Was there a thing that you could paste, clone? No, what was it that you could do? I thought you could paste things. Paste, shift left, shift right. I thought there was a way that you could draw in like notes all the way across the all the way across the steps. Fill 2 steps. There we go. Yeah. And then can we do fills 2 steps here? But I need to nudge it one side. Can I nudge it? Shift left. Yeah, I remember. It's all coming back now. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. Right, I have to go and get another beer, so I'm just going to make a quick playlist here. Let's do something like these ones, and then we'll do 4 of these, and then we'll do 4 of these, then we'll do 4 of those, and then we'll go back to the start. Oh, we need to put it to song. Here we go. Using the number pad on to change patterns is the most. Does that work? Oh, I don't think that's working for me. You have to remember that I'm not using a PC keyboard. I'm using a Mac keyboard. So I think some of that, and that might have been something they added later. But that makes perfect sense. That's a really good idea, actually. Maybe I'll write to Image. Is it Image Line? Maybe I'll write to them and say, I'm Ned Rush. I have 70,000 subscribers on YouTube. Send me FL for free, and I'll make videos with it. And then loads of people will come and make fun of me because I don't know how to use it. All right, I'm back. All right, so now let's try some bass or something. So I thought what would be kind of fun, actually. So this is something I genuinely used to try and do, and it was not hugely good at. I've done it a couple of times in Audition, and it's slightly easier, but now I just tend to do all of this stuff in Max. Is that you would go generate tones, and we'll keep it at 220/50, the sample rate, because that's what FruityLoops is at. Let's go with an 8-bit resolution, crunch. And we're going to do a sine wave at 440. What's half of 440? 240. So that would be A3. Does it tell you the note? Let's do A440. Wow. Yeah, okay. Generate for 1 second. Okay, beautiful. But now what I want to do, I mean, I don't really need to do this, but like, it's only a second long. Or you can hear that 8-bit crunch. Is that you could, go down to a single sample, a single cycle, sorry. Gosh, this is tricky to navigate for this type of stuff. I mean, for microscopic editing, it's a little fiddly. Okay, there we go. So if we have zero crossing on, where's zero crossing? Zero crossings, here we go. Is zero crossing on? Oh, snapping. Snap to zero crossings. Snap to zero crossings. Yeah, okay. So I'll maybe make 2 of these. Let's save this one first. Let's save this, save as. We'll save it to our we'll call it sine A440 1 second. And then we'll delete all of this crap. Oh my God, that was a terrible idea. Let's go back to the start. Let's just do this. Yeah, now we've just got one single cycle of that. Look at that resolution. Look at it. Wow. Okay, so that looks like I'm on the zero crossing. It's fine. Let's go trim. Yeah. Not great, but I don't care. Let's go save as. And we'll do sine A440 cycle and see which one is best when we go back to FruityLoops. Let's go back into FruityLoops. Let's go to where did I even save that? I don't think I was even looking. Where did I save that? Oh, I'm such a dumbass. Did I save it to the desktop? Save as. I saved it in my samples. Why isn't it in there? Why? Where is it? Why isn't it there? This is bullshit. What did I do? What? What happened? What? Oh. There it is. What's going on here? Let's just look at the properties. Let's see what's... Well, that doesn't tell me anything. Summary. All right, there we go. PCM. That should work, shouldn't it? Why isn't it showing in the browser? This is bullshit. My documents. Maybe I could try and save it. Oh no, I'm too scared to save it in case, in case it doesn't load. Save as. New stuff. Let's call it levels. Refresh the list. How do you refresh the list? File settings. How do you do that? Oh my God. Can I drag it in from... Can I drag... I can't get to it. This is so painful. Why has it gone outside of the screen? Stupid computer. Oh my God, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Top left of browser. Collapse structure. Reread structure. Oh, well done. Well done. Very good, chat. Thanks. This is why we come together. Right, let's try in the one cycle first and see what we get. Oh, I can't loop it. Why can't I turn loop on? That is... Do I need to have looping? We've got it still open, haven't we? Do we need to like have looping enabled in here or something? Let's try... No. Do you have to embed a loop file in the metadata? Let's try save as. See if there's a options. Let's go to options. No. Ableton didn't exist in 2002. Oh no, it absolutely did. It would have been on version 2 or 3, I think, by that point. I think it came out in 1999, 2000. Their versioning almost kind of lines up with the years of the 21st century. So yeah, I don't know how to put any loop points in. Okay, no bother. We'll just go with the 1 second. Damn it, that stupid thing. Right, we'll just go with the 1 second version. Gonna load that in? Oh, okay. Hang on. Okay, so this I kind of had to work out to do earlier because I know that it's A4. So I think I can move that there. Also, I don't remember that. So I kind of think that this sampler, this channel sampler in FruityLoops was always kind of pretty good, actually. Sort of gives you everything you need. It's basic, but that's kind of what I quite like about it. But I don't remember it being polyphonic. I don't remember it being polyphonic. Anyway, I don't want it to be polyphonic. I want it to be mono. And I seem to remember that to do that, you have to go cut itself. And so not a very good way in, I think. Oh, polyphony. Here we go. Look. Portamento, mono. Oh, so maybe I don't need cut itself on. We can just turn it to mono. I don't remember this being polyphonic. How interesting. God, I was so thick. But at the same time, you know, no, I was going to go on a rant then, but I've changed my mind. Right, okay, let's delete that channel and let's try and make a funky bass line. I did try and plug in my MIDI keyboard, but it didn't work. So I'm very much authentically doing this the way I would have done in 2002, 2003, because I didn't buy a MIDI keyboard, I think, until late 2003. Anyway, let's put it like a little. Oh, I'm on the wrong channel. Let's go back to pattern. What do we got here? Pattern. Yeah, so let's take pattern 3 and copy it. Copy whole pattern. Let's go to pattern 4 and then let's go paste. And then let's try and just put. Okay, pretty bad. So we need to open the little piano roll thingy. Oh, that is quite good. There's something quite nice about a very low-res digital sine wave. It's just got a little bit more to it. No, not that one. Let's put that one over there, and then one there, and then one there. Oh, and then one there, and then one there. Let's see what we got here. Volume. Loop is not in .wav. You have to do it in FL. What do you mean? But this is grayed out. Look, I can't click it. Use loop points, ping pong loop. I don't know what you mean. Sorry. Okay, let's maybe try like the generate. Let's try and like generate a try and generate something. Randomize. Let's see what we got. Let's not go with let's just go with minor pentatonic or something. Melodic pentatonic, harmonic minor. Is there a minor pentatonic? There we go. Minor pentatonic. Range. Let's try. Yeah, let's just see what this is like. Apply. Too short. Oh, what you mean? Like it was maybe just too. It was too short. I was under the understanding that if you had a single, yeah, maybe it may have been too short. So are you implying? Are you implying that there is a minimum wavetable size that FruityLoops has, that anything beneath that, it won't? I mean, I just thought I could turn it on. I could drop in a single cycle of, say, 512 samples or 64 samples or something, turn loop on, and then it becomes a synth. This is something I do in Max and on my Octatrack all the time. Anyway. This bass line is never going to be donkey enough. So maybe what we could do is clone the channel, clone it. And how do you clone the pattern? Edit. Copy. Yeah. Okay. And then edit. Paste. Yeah. So maybe we could try and put a different instrument in. I did see some instruments in here. Instruments. Bass. Wow. I remember there were. I saw an instrument earlier. It was like a DX thing. These are like samples. These aren't instruments. It wasn't a synth thing. Extra. Bloody hell. Let's see if this one works. Look, that's got loop points in. So I think the sample needs loop points. You need to maybe put loop points in the metadata and then see there. Looking now, it says use loop points. Anyway. I want to make like a donk bass. I'm going to need some sort of FM thing. I don't think I've got one. I have a feeling I saw some sort of instrument when I was playing around with this before. Instruments. These are all just samples. Maybe if it was it channels, add one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah. Let's go copy, and then paste. I'm assuming this is some sort of FM thing because it's called DX. Paste. Let's trash this one. Don't need that one anymore. Yes. Shuffle is pretty good. Donkey. Oh my god. That's a little bit donkey. This is very, very hard to understand. Modulation. So there's two. My guess would be one's the carrier and one is it even? Yeah, it is an FM synth. My guess would be one is the carrier, one is the modulator. There we go. That's a little bit more donkey. Okay, this is starting to come along, huh? Oh, how do I get them all back on? How do you turn them all back on? God damn it, all? Turn them all back on. Oh my God, what have I done? I've turned them all, I've muted every single one. Oh. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually paste. So this is actually kind of one of the things that's quite good about the playlist is that you can just sort of have another pattern that's just a completely different element, and then you can have multiple patterns in the playlist at once, which is very nice. So let's go cut. Let's go to pattern 5, and then let's go paste. And then we've just got the bass line in this pattern and just the drums in there. And then we can go to the playlist and we can have pattern 4 and pattern 5 at the same time from here. How can you play from here? Can you play from here? What's this thing? What's that button there? What does that do? What is that? Mysterious bent arrow. Ned Rush. I want to see some hands. All right, let's go. Let's make some synth bit now. Let's make a synth bit. Let's look for. So this is where we have some synth. Okay, Wasp. I remember Wasp. So, oh my God, I haven't looked at this for 25 years, and I think I kind of maybe. Wasp was maybe the first. Maybe one of the first synths that I sort of used that I was like, okay, so this is how synths work. So to its credit, this is very basic. And then and then an SH101 that a friend had. RetroComputing all know about our friend with the SH101. And it's all quite basic. Okay, so why am I on pattern? Let's go to pattern 4. And can we generate like random chords or something? Randomize chord. I don't think that really randomizes a chord. It just randomizes something in the chord of minor pentatonic. Let's just do it, see what it's like. Don't tell me I can't. Oh, I see. Okay, let's try applying it. I don't think this is actually even polyphonic anyway. This might not be what we want. Damn, I wish I could have my keyboard plugged in. These old FL plugins giving me flashbacks. I know, it's fun, isn't it? Still sounds good. I sort of think, do we even need like 96k sample rate, really? Do we even need it? I'm a little bit like, if things just feel good, then they sound good. That's just what I'm like. I've never been like an audiophile. Okay, I think this is maybe not what I was hoping for. I kind of want to do some chords. Let's delete that. Let's go channels, add one. I guess we could use the DX again. What's SimSynth? Have a look at SimSynth. Oh, I think I remember, maybe remember this one as well, but I can't tell if it's multiple voices. How do you like make a piano roll then? How do I make a piano roll here? Because in this sequencer, it's only one note at a time. Maybe I could just do like a goofy lead or something. Let's do like randomize, minimal amount, and maybe up octave 4 or something. These dials are awful. This is awful. There's a bit more release maybe. Oh, hang on. I can't get any... Something's wrong with my mouse. I can't adjust these dials. Oh, what's happened here? I can't adjust these dials. I got a mouse problem. Okay, let's just find a preset then. Quite nice basses. Obviously my best work, isn't it? Okay, can we play from here? Let's go song, play from here. Let's play from here. Okay, this is sort of not, not really. I'm not convinced that random pattern generator is working as expected, but I'm still hugely impressed by it. Okay, let's make another thing. 3 times oscillator. And what's a layer? I think this is a slightly better version than the one I had. I think I don't remember any of these things. Plucked. Let's try plucked. What's plucked? How does plucked work? Oh, it's like a Car Plus Strong thing. This is actually quite early 2000s. Actually, it's giving me Destiny's Child vibes. Yeah, let's use this. Yeah. Come on. Let's go back in time. Randomize. Sounds like it's polyphonic. I think maybe there's probably a thing. All right, let's just put something in here. Let's see what this is like. What the fuck? That's not what I just did. You lie. You lie to me, FruityLoops. One of those notes is way out of tune. Okay, we'll go for some AFX style micro tuning. I don't think he actually used micro tuning. I think that's all a myth. I think he just put the oscillator slightly out of tune. And people think that it's micro tuning. They're ascribing this mythology. It's just my opinion. So how do we convert this to a piano roll thing? Oh, center piano roll. Okay. There we go. So can I add more notes in? Works for me for now. Let's have a look. This is a fun little synth plucked. Yeah, that's fun. All right, okay, let's add that to the playlist then. So we're going to come in with that one there. Let's go back to the start. Let's have a listen to our work, shall we? Oh, we need to put it into song mode. That's an incredibly small bit of the UI there. We need some more sounds in here, so in other places. Instruments has got a ridiculous amount of release. I don't know which one it is. I think it's this one. So, excuse me. Why has that got so much release? I've got the release down. Bring the release down a little bit more just to check. Let's listen to this pattern. So. Is there something going on in the sequence that sort of determines that? I always kind of quite liked that little feature. I think that if I'd have made this, I would have put that icon down there. I mean, we've got a lot more space now. I would have put that icon down there so that you could ping it out. I think that's really, I always kind of quite liked that you could just sort of ping out a little piano roll for that sequence. I'll admit it. I always thought that this grid was kind of cool. I do miss it in live. I think if you were going to do a similar sort of thing, I mean, this is kind of doing a drum rack. I think this is kind of doing a drum rack, but not really, because a single cell in a drum rack doesn't have a piano roll. Yeah, I'm slightly reevaluating my thoughts on this, but I'm not going to be able to sleep until I know why that note is carrying on. Let's go back to the playlist and then maybe we can sort of do something. Why is there just such a ridiculous amount of sustain there? All my sustain, velocity, sensitivity, sustain. All right, let's bring that sustain. But there should only be sustain if there's a stuck note. Like that note there is, why does that have such like a ridiculous amount of, this is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. Let's have a look in here. Cut itself. Starting to lose interest now. Note off is fucked there. Yes, it is. Yes. Oh, what's that there? There's no note off. Why is it stuck? Okay, I'll make a new pattern. Pattern 8 with one note there like that. God damn it. It's like a note length thing or something. Let's go center piano roll. Yeah, look at that. All right. Can we like trim that down? this scroll is doing my head in. Right, okay. My scroll's inverted. Okay, so we can use pattern 8 as a choke for, oh, what am I doing here? Pattern 8 as a choke for that bass line. This is totally stupid, but let's do it. Let's see if that solved the problem. Let's play from here. Let's go. Yes, there we go. We solved the problem. Is happening for pattern 6. Ah, okay. So if I go, oh, that's quite nice. So if I close the playlist now, I'm on pattern 6. So we could maybe put like a note there, center piano roll here, and then choke. Will that work? Let's see if that's worked. Repeat that bit. It's quite good fun. I'm frustrated. I'm kind of enjoying it at the same time. But that's just making music. Okay, I know that what I want to come in now is something that's a little bit slower, takes a little bit more time. So maybe we can have like a pattern that's slightly longer. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Can you have different patterns? They're different lengths, or does everything have to be the same length? Okay. So again, we're going to need some sort of synth that does poly, 3 oscillators. Let's try the 3 oscillator. Oh yeah, I definitely remember this one. Yeah. Okay, what pattern are we on? 6. No, we don't want to be on 6. We want to be on pattern. Let's go to pattern 10. Ah, very strange. You can't select it there. Okay, that sort of makes sense. So we're going to have to maybe use this as our pattern selection. Let's go for pattern 10 then. So in pattern 10, we'll go piano roll and we'll, oh my gosh. Oh my God. Right. Okay. That's quite good. Yeah. Okay. So it sort of remembers the length of the previous. Wow. No, too low, too low. Can we move these? So how are you supposed to move them? Ah, got it. Right. Okay. Right. Yeah, right. That's okay. I think if I draw in something like that. Yeah. That's a very, very harsh sound. Can we like filter it down a little bit maybe? There's some filtering. Here we go. this makes sense. This is quite good, actually. This makes a lot of sense. Maybe something like this. Oh no. What's that note there? Very hard to see what note that is. That's A. No, we don't want A. It's gone all Baroque. No, that was bad. What's that? Can't see what note that is. It's very hard to see what the notes are. Okay, that's B flat. Yeah, okay, all right. Oh, it's hurting my eyes. That'll do. Let's see. So let's see how that works now. That is kind of interesting. It's compressed the length of that into 32 steps, even though that it's actually 4 times 32 steps. How kind of quite interesting. I'm impressed by that. Right. Okay. Let's just draw that in here and then go from here. Go to song. Let's go from here. It'll sound shit, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, it's repeating the pattern. So do I just have to trigger it once? I think I have to trigger it once. Yeah, okay. All right. Still makes sense. Breakdown drums in. God damn it. More of these stupid choke things. Okay, let's try it. I don't really know what's happened to the song. It's just got no direction. It makes no sense. It doesn't really... I'm getting close to kind of thinking I want to move on. So I don't really know what I'm going to do when I move on. Try and mix it a little bit. I could just chuck some effects on. Let's maybe see if we can do something. Let's maybe get all of these... Is there like a quick way that you can get all of these into one effects group? I don't know if there is. There's like, you can select here. That's like a selection. Can I then put them all into 2? No, that didn't work. What is the point of that thing then? So right click to sort of select them here. And then is there something that you can do? I thought that there was a way that you could kind of batch. No. Okay. All right. I'll do it the long way. So we'll just set these all to, I can't use the arrow keys. I have to just use the mouse. Fucking hell. This is horrid, but probably because I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just do it anyway. Let's get all these into effects group 2. And it won't take long, and then we've done it, and we won't ever have to do it ever again. We're nearly there. Fuck, my wrist hurts. Okay, right, we're done. Good. So now we can go to the effects, and we can go to effects 2, and we can put all our drums into one thing, I think. Yeah, I think they're all on effects 2. So let's go to effects 2. I got the God damn it. I got the MDA. I remember using a lot of these MDA things, the MDA combo. Bloody hell. Wow. Oh my god. Yes. Like incredibly basic, like amps, like speaker modeling stuff. Like really basic, which I'm convinced now, having sort of done the research, that it's all just single sample delays in it's like certain positions. That's kind of how you model a speaker. I don't know. I've read little bits about how they do. I think it's probably too early to do like kind of impulse response convolution that things like the Line 6 do, or the what's that neural guitar pedal that people like, or the what's the other one, the green one, the Kempler. They do like convolution impulse response stuff. But I think to begin with, in the late 90s, when they were doing things like the Line 6 pod, it was just like single sample delay processing to kind of get that like blended with the original. I don't know. I'm chatting shit. I'm fucking shit. Fucking shut up. Just keep going. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's really good. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's really nice. Sorry, everyone, I'm making sex noises. I just remember this and thinking, wow, that's really good. It's not what we want for our song, but yeah, I'm going to use that for something else. That's for breakcore. We're not making breakcore. We're making garage. We're making Y2K garage. I think maybe I don't know. Maybe like God, what we got here? What is all this stuff? Let's have a look at the. This is the thing. Like I remember sort of, because when I was like when I started making music on the computer, I didn't have any samples. And so all I did was I just basically ripped stuff off my CDs. I had like a lot of CDs. It was the late 90s. And all I had was CDs. And I didn't really know what all the cool jungle... I wanted to make jungle and breakcore and all that stuff, but I didn't know what all the breaks were at that point. I was only like 20, 21. And so I just used to rip stuff off my CDs. And my CDs were all kind of like rock music, because I was a guitarist in the 90s. And I played in bands, and I was doing the rock band thing. But I realized very quickly, even though that I got quite good at the guitar pretty quick, and I was playing in bands when I was like 15. And I played in bands all from like 15, all through the last couple of years of school and then college. And then I realized very quickly that playing in bands was not the level of attention that I needed. in my life. I'm not someone who needs. I like performing. I like playing with people. Like playing with people is brilliant. If you get on well with them and you're all really good, it's like the best thing. And playing in a band is really good. Then nothing beats the camaraderie of being in a really good band and everyone's having a laugh and everyone wants to do it. But I'm not someone who really needs an audience in my life. I don't need that validation from the audience that some people do. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're someone who wants that, that's fine. And so when I kind of realized, I feel like that actually playing in bands is a little bit too much pressure for me. And at the same time, me and my friends, we were kind of like taking drugs and going to raves and stuff. And like, taking pills. I've got fucking keen pills, mate. I can go to a free party down fucking Mitchell Devilwood, mate. You want to go? I've got some keen pills. Probably shouldn't admit this stuff on the internet. That it was, I started to notice that I started to really appreciate the facelessness of electronic music, and I was gravitated towards that. And also I knew that I wanted to get more into the production side anyway, because me and my band that we were in at the time, around 98, 99, we went into a recording studio, absolutely beautiful, lovely recording studio above a shop. The guy was recording on an enormous, I think it must have been some old Allen and Heath console to tape, all analog gear, absolutely just so good. And, you know, everyone was really good, but I wasn't happy with the recording. And I knew at that point, I was like, I need to understand how this works so that I can know why I'm not happy with the recording. And that was kind of where I started to get a thirst for, like, I need to understand how this stuff works. But at that point, it was still the entry level was still quite high. For people who were perhaps a touch older than me, people born in like 1975, 1970 or something, they had probably come to just accept that, you know, if you were going to do electronic music, you needed like a lot of money and you needed a lot of space. You needed all the machines. You needed your drum machine, your sampler, your sequencer, blah, blah, blah. And it was all separate hardware. And even though there was stuff going on with Amigas and all that kind of thing, I didn't know about that. I was just like, oh, we've got a computer at home. Can I use that? So it was a real kind of magical gateway at that point for me, I think. Being sort of 20 years old at the turn of the millennium and thinking I want to try and make music on my computer at home, going and buying Computer Music magazine and finding there's all of this stuff out there. And FruityLoops was really good because it was just so easy to just get any sound that you wanted and just drop it in and start playing it back in various ways. But because I had no sounds and I just ripped stuff from CD, I didn't really need to use things like EQs and compressors because that had already been done on the recording that I was ripping. So I just thought things just sounded good. And because we've ripped some stuff from another level, which was a mainstream top 40 hit around 2001 or something, it's going to sound professionally good. I don't need to do anything to it. If anything, using that stuff, using compressors was just kind of adding, it was almost kind of like a destructive process rather than an enhancement process because all of the work had been done. You know, it's really when you're kind of working with, you know, if you're recording something from scratch or you're working with something that's been badly recorded that you need to kind of do stuff to it. But I'm going to put a compressor on anyway. Let's just see what it sounds like. Wow, sounds way better already. Everything I've just said was bullshit. All right, I'm starting to feel quite happy with the way this is going. Or more, I'm just kind of happy about my rant that I just did. Right, let's save this. I maybe need to get a beer and have a wee-wee. Hang on, what did that just say? That said something. That said something important. Wait a minute, what did I just do there? Save as. It said there was a splash window. I didn't read it. Damn it. Oh, fuck it, whatever. Compress it like an idiot. Exactly. Going on here? Why can't I hear the other stuff? What the fuck's happened here? Why is what's happening? What's happening to the rest of my song? Oh, right, okay, it is working. Let's get rid of that super trigger thing. Let's go. We'll come back to that later. Whoa, what have I just done? Okay, wow, none. Why can't I just hit delete? I just read the message and it says that some of the plugins you are using are not going to save because is FL demo. But this isn't the demo. I authorized it, albeit using a keygen. Do you think it's possible that I could get into trouble for live streaming with obsolete software that has been cracked? If anything, I think FL should give me a free version. Should give me a free version and I'll make stuff in FL. This song is totally stupid. It doesn't really mean anything. I don't know what to do with it anymore. I've sort of just rambled. I've lost interest. Maybe I thought what I would quite like to do is maybe export it and then play around with it in CoolEdit. Zipped loop package. I don't know what that means. What does Project Bones project data file mean? Copy the 10 files this project is currently using. I don't know what that means. What 10 files? The 10 patterns? Will it export the patterns? Let's see what this does. I'm intrigued to see what this does. Let's do it to the desktop. Is that a good idea? Gosh, this is a little bit overwhelming. Hang on, let's cancel this. Let's try that again. Export project data files. Loops. It wants to save it there. I don't want to save it there. I want to save it where I want to save it. Gosh, this is a fiddly window. Where's my... I made like a folder. Or was it in documents? Was it in documents? Documents. Ned Rush. Damn it. I can't remember. Where was my sounds folder? God. Project files. All users. No. Oh, fuck it. Let's just put it where let's just put it where it wants to put it. Okay, just do it there. Okay, nothing. Nothing just happened. Nothing. I don't think anything just happened. Project Bones, what's this? Save Project Bones, channel effects. I think this is maybe just metadata stuff. It's not actual. I thought that maybe it was going to export like individual files of each pattern. Perhaps I was foolish to think that. So I don't really know what I'm going to do about this. Let's just maybe export the whole thing. Let's just export the WAV. And we'll do it in my documents, my samples, and we'll call it levels song. Microsoft WAV. FruityLoops loop file, zipped loop file. There's some interesting options here. I wonder what they all mean. What do they mean? What does it mean? Collect samples. Oh, collect samples. But that probably is more, that just gathers, it like purges, excuse me, that purges all the, gets all the samples that are used in the project. I thought that maybe I wondered if it was possible I could just export a loop per track or per project, like stems. Probably not possible. Anyway, we've saved our project. One thing that I never did in CoolEdit was I never did a multi-track session. I always did everything just on a single file. Okay, I think that's done. Let's save the let's save that. And it was terribly mixed. I didn't even mix it. This is stupid. Okay. Shall we close it? Oh, let's keep it. Let's minimize it. Keep it open or something. All right, let's go to oh, it's very weird, sort of like It's so I'm 45 now. I've been doing music for 30 years and I know lots of stuff, but I only know it on my current computer. Being transported back to the stuff I was using in the early 2000s is almost like transporting back my knowledge. Like I kind of thought, oh, I know loads of things now. This is going to be easy. But actually, it's like I'm mentally, psychologically, knowledgely transported back, where I'm like, I don't know anything anymore, which is kind of funny. Not what I was expecting. My documents. Yeah, my samples. Level song. There we go. Open. Can I open that in a multi-track session? All right, that's worked. So how can we go to it? Let's go to a multi-track session. Okay, so I want to add open session, append to session. Does that mean add to the session? Can I? No. All files. Okay, I may be going about this wrong. I just want to put a sample in. I want to put that song into track 1. What's the tempo? BPM. How do I even know what the tempo is? Oh, it's down here. Okay, right. So I can change that to 140. God damn it. 140. No, I can't type it in there from the number pad. I have to do it there. Right, okay. So the tempo is now 140. How can I like add a sample? Insert WAV from file. Open. Is it going to do it? Why is it compressing it? Why does it need to compress it? Your brain is quite possibly being used at utmost efficiency by forgetting unused sequences. I miss so much Windows XP. Well, install it if you want. That's what I did. I don't think I miss it. I don't know. This has been a weird couple of days, I must say. I was, like I say, it wasn't. It's not like being transported back in time in terms of like what you remember. It's like being transported back in time in terms of what you know. Because I was just guessing. So if you're put in an environment where you don't know what you're doing, so you have to guess in order to learn. And then as you keep learning, as you keep developing, as you gather more knowledge, more understanding, more skills, you move into different environments. It's like being transported back into the first environment, almost like being transported back in your skill set. This is kind of why I feel like this is quite an interesting psychological exercise. Is that if there's like kind of it's like a sort of why is this taking so long? Like it's kind of like an old-fashioned trope of like, if you went back in time with what you know now, what would you do? And I'm sort of saying you can't go back in time with what you know now and do what, or I'm saying you can't do that, because going back in time is like going back in time with your knowledge as well. I wonder if that's kind of like a good sort of plot for a side story in some sort of science fiction universe or something. Problem solving in XP was a proper deep dive. I remember XP being quite accessible. I don't remember sort of really having any problems with it. But at the same time, I didn't know things like, I didn't know what buffer sizes were. I didn't know what sample rate was. And, if I was just playing back samples. I wasn't trying to do like, FFT processing with a bin size of like 4096 or something. Or, I don't think I even knew what buses were or send and return tracks were. I was just dropping sounds into FruityLoops and just triggering them like one shots and hoping that it sounded good and then exporting it. What the fuck is this doing? Why is it compressing? What is it compressing? What's gonna happen? I think we've come to 84% now. We might as well see what's going on. I wouldn't have expected this to take this long. I've just seen there's an icon there that says wet. Oh. What do any of these mean? What does this all mean? But like, I tell you what, going back to what was my rant earlier about color palettes and color schemes and stuff, even this is sort of grey. I mean, it's a bluey grey. There we go. It's done it. Right. Okay. So. I don't know why that took so long and what it was compressing. But what I want to know now is how I can kind of get on the grid. Is there any sort of grid here? How can I kind of like snap to some sort of beat grid? I've specified my tempo down here. Let's click this advanced button. No, what's this? Mix general. That's SMPTE. We don't want that. Tempo. Ticks, 16 ticks. No, I kind of want a grid. Is there any sort of grid I could use? Or maybe I could go off the grid and be like Burial. It went off the grid. Burial. It went off the grid. I kind of wanted to sort of maybe I'll just do it by eye. Oh my God, where have I gone? How can I zoom in? Oh my gosh, this is painful. I've got no idea what I'm doing. What's this down here? Oh, Alt right arrow. All right. Okay. Okay, well that is not where that was. That's not where that was. This is bullshit. Just do it by eye. You ready to see the grid? Display format. Bars, beats. Ah! Yeah, but I'm still not. Okay, so. All right, so we've got grid. Okay, people, I've done it. Right, so we've got 140 BPM and then we've got a grid down here. But we're not snapped to a grid. So how can we snap to a grid? Can we have some sort of snapping? What would that be? Under edit, maybe? Snapping. Rulers. Blocks, loop points, frames, cues, ruler, chord. What the fuck does any of this stuff mean? Snap to cues. Snap to blocks, snap to loop and endpoints. No, I just want to like click and drag and know that that's a bar. Like, is there some sort of way to do that? Key, what's this? No, advanced. No, I don't feel like I'm going to get there. Anyone want to Google it for me? I could ask Claude. I didn't really want to use Claude in my live stream. Need an IRC icon on that desktop. Snap to ruler. Where is snap to ruler? Oh my gosh. Snapping. Snap to ruler. Ah, well done. Yes, that's worked. So now that I've snapped to that, can I, oh my God, can I zoom in? Alt. I want to zoom into what I've just selected. Okay, I think I can work with this. This could be interesting, although I'm not entirely down with this zooming, so we might just have to do it this way. But we've got somewhere. So now we can make some edits. So let's, okay, so that, yes. Okay, this is good. So can we do a cut there? Can we, oh my gosh. Can we do a cut? Split. Oh, sweet. So then can I move, so how do I move that? How do I move that to another track? Oh my God, this is terrible. Is there like edit waveform? There's not a way I can move that? Is there some sort of thing I need enable to? What's this? I can't even click. That looks like a button. Oh, okay. Edit waveforms, loop, mix down to file, no. Crossfade, no. Split, no. Can I not just, how do you supposed to move it? I think that there's some, I wonder if it's like, no, it's not like Audition where you do C and V. I feel like that I'm using the wrong type of cursor command. What's this? Undo split block. Let's have a look at it. Mix down, whoa, mix down to. What's that? Zoom to selection. Oh, this is quite useful stuff to know, actually. Zoom in, zoom to selection. I just want to grab that and move it. What do I do? Shift, Alt, Control. Can't I move that? I thought this was a digital editor. Edit. No, what was I saying? I feel like that it's probably something quite basic like Photoshop where you just have to tell the cursor that you want to pick something. Try the usual bollocks like Alt drag or I just tried that. Yeah, but that didn't really work. Control. Command does nothing. So I can resize it there. What's this button here? I'm not going to be able to sleep until I know that I can, one, drag this cut to another track and then move it to where I want it. Did you try arrow keys? I don't even know if it's even selected. Yeah, arrow keys are just moving around the... So up and down arrows are moving between the tracks. Left and right arrows is moving the playhead. All right, okay, we're learning things, people. But the mouse is just doing selection. God damn it. Shall I ask Claude? Then try dragging it. Yeah, but when I try and drag it, it just like selects another part of it. Oh. It's right click. It's right click. You have to drag with right click. I don't know why I made such a stupid noise when I realized that it's just the right click. Okay, we've done it now, people. We're on the grid. We've done an edit and we can move it. It's right click. All right. Let's zoom out. So we've got our song. Okay, right. I don't like the right click, but it's okay. Right. So now we're on fucking hell. Right. How do I even get back to the beginning? Right. Okay. Here we go. All right. Okay. Oh, that was a touch. That was a tiny little... Jesus, how do I move the playhead? I bet it's down here, isn't it? Is it down here? Oh, okay. All right, we can move around there like that. Oh, fucking hell. What have I done? Oh, right. Yeah, that looks a tiny little bit. It's not on the grid. Interesting. So what I wanted to sort of try and see and do is, like, I wonder if I could like run some effects through that. Edit waveform. Here we go. So now we're in the single. Oh no, that's the whole track. No, I just wanted to edit this single waveform. So what do I have to do? Mix down to file. Let's try mix down to file. Oh, that's not taking that long actually. Okay, all right, this is interesting. Yeah. I don't think CoolEditPro could do VSTs. I kind of thought I wanted to run it through some VSTs and then bounce, like print it with the VSTs on. I have a feeling that maybe that's not possible. Although you can do it in Audition, which was something that I had planned for like a video I was going to do at some point. Where are even the settings? View, wave properties, no. Generate, no. Where's the favorites? Options. Settings. Device properties. Let's go to settings. System, no. No. I think this program was probably made for broadcasting back in the day. Radio and that sort of stuff. Not for Fortet, but Fortet decided, no, I'm going to use it for my music instead. Device properties. Let's look at device properties. Wave in. No. I have a feeling that VSTs is not going to be possible. No big deal. Let's just have one more look. Options, device audition. All right. Not really kind of what I was looking for, but okay, I've hit a little bit of a brick wall, so I'm going to close it. Notable. No. I've hit a little bit of a brick wall, so I'm going to open CoolEdit again. And I'm going to open the file again. Open. And I'm just going to do it on a 2-track. Oh, okay. If I hold the scroll wheel, I can scrub with the scroll wheel. Okay, that's not great. Okay, I'm just going to get this bit and stick something stupid on it just for a laugh. Let's have a look at this FFT filter. This might be fun. We got a preview? Hey, this is fun. Well, that's nothing. Oh, no, maybe. Doesn't sound very underwatery to me. Oh, gosh, that's aggressive. Not really. Let's have a look. Let's go to special. Brainwave synchronizer. Shut up. What? How do I can't even. No. I'm not going there. No. Pitch bend. Oh, the stretch. I used to love the stretch so much. Delay effects. Quick verb. Preview. Feeling it from that. No, it's a little bit more scientific filters. What could any of this stuff mean? Who the hell is Chebetchev? Who can someone tell me who Chebetchev is? He's someone who has written an algorithm or something, who is famous so much that he has his name named after him. Chebetchev. Butterworth. Who are these people? Tell me in the chat. Chebyshev, he did that. That's what he did. Oh, gosh. Oh. No, this isn't doing it for me either. Let's go with the echo. See what we have here. I don't know. This is feeling a little bit. Kind of thought there was a little bit more going on here. What's this? Oh, my vape's running out of battery. Hang on a minute. Okay. Oh, I don't have the means to charge it right now. Oh, yeah, no, I do. No, there's one here. Yep. Okay. All right. I don't think I'm really. I mean, I was never really particularly good with CoolEdit anyway. I just used to use it just to edit stuff. I never really kind of used it to do anything funky with it. I thought that I would maybe be able to run it through some VSTs. I'm slightly surprised that is not possible. Refresh. This may take a while. All right. Well, why don't you do it and see how we get on? Refresh finished. All right, that didn't take very long, did it? That's fine. I doubt that there's anything. Yeah, I don't think it's running VSTs. Bit of a shame. I might be kind of like at my Steam now. I think. Let's go back to the. Oh no, We don't know. No, you know what? That's it. I'm done. I don't think I can go on. We'll just have a quick go at Rebirth. Wipe our minds. Please insert the Oh, I can't run Rebirth. Never mind. Let's listen to our song that we made in Winamp. Save. Or we could listen to it in here, maybe. Let's actually just listen to it in here with some glitch on it. Let's go to effects. Let's get rid of the playlist. Is it still in here? Yeah. Let's do it here. And maybe with like some very aggressive compression. Let's stick a compressor in here. Let's put that fruity compressor in. And then let's put glitch 2 on. Is that going to work? There we go. Whoops. I can't remember how glitch 2 works. Let me bring the amount down a little bit. Let's just try to bring it. Whoa, let's bring the amount down. Wow. Does that, how am I even turning that? There we go. Okay. Oh. Okay. Actually, I'm going to add another one in. So you can right click here, you can go move down. Yeah. And then we can add, let's add another glitch in. Let's use 2 glitches. I remember Computer Music actually saying, if you want to use glitch, use it like loads of times. I remember reading about it when it was in there. They're like, use it like, put like 4 of them in a row. All right, this might probably crap out the audio. But that's okay. We'll bounce it and play it in Winamp. It's really crapped out the audio. Okay, let's export it. Let's export a WAV and play it in Winamp. See how we get on. God, I can't remember where I was. Just put it on the desktop. Levels. Would an MP3 be better? No, let's do a WAV. All right, so that is rendering. This has been, I don't know if I ever want to do this ever again. But I think I was maybe going, I was perhaps trying to do lots of things all at once, and instead of focusing on something quite specific. And when I kind of tapped into remembering how I thought about just bringing in single one shots into this and just programming everything here, that really started to make a lot of sense. And I kind of remembered, yeah, that was why I used to do that a lot, because that felt good. It could get like a little bit much to manage, but it's almost kind of like every single one of these channels is just a sound and you draw it in here. It's very basic, it's very intuitive, and it's kind of quite rewarding. And I remember feeling like, oh, if I just think smartly about how I bring the sounds in, then I can do what I want to do and not worry about what any of this stuff means. Like, I don't need to worry what an envelope is. I don't need to worry, you know, I just need to get sounds that sound good and put them in and place them where I want them. And then just make another pattern, copy the pattern, clone the pattern, whatever, change it, go into the playlist and EJ it or whatever. Hey, user-friendly. Wait, but why would the CPU be going to 85%? Because the OS thinks the CPU is older. That's what's actually in the machine. I don't know. Claude has been helping me with this for the last couple of days. I was under the impression that on a maxed out M1 running XP, I thought that I would be able to run XP. Well, visually, I can run it at 4K. I thought I'd be able to run it at 96 kilohertz on the audio. But what it's doing is that it creates a kind of fake primary sound driver, which then points to my sound card. And if the primary sound driver can only do a certain sample rate, also you can tell UTM, which is running the virtual machine, to allocate a certain amount of RAM. Around about the time that Windows XP was out, my guess would be that unless you had a lot of money and you could get as much RAM as you wanted, you could have all the RAM that you wanted. But probably most consumer grade computers, laptops, towers had, I don't know, 4 gigs of RAM. So I can tell UTM to run the virtual machine at, I think, a capped amount of RAM, which is still probably more than what I had on, I don't know if anyone can confirm. But I will say the audio has not performed as well as I thought it would, which has been quite interesting. Okay, let's save this. Let's close that. Now let's open our song in Winamp and see what it's like. Oh, nothing. Oh, volumes is good. Volumes. Oh, fuck, what's going on? Oh, there we go. mean, it's obviously my best work, isn't it, really? Oh. This isn't the bounce that we just did. This is bullshit. This isn't the bounce we just did at all. Let's close recycle. No. I don't want to. Oh, this doesn't work. This doesn't work at all. I'm going to listen to the other one. Where's the other one? My computer. Is it here? My samples. Another level song. That didn't work as I expected. Something went wrong. Okay, we'll listen to this one instead. This one's an actual song. The other one was kind of the remix. That sort of didn't work. Oh. This Winamp is mad. Close that damn window. Oh my God, this is performing really bad. Look at the scaling of this slider here, right? Look at this, 300 BPM, 100 BPM, 6 BPM. What is going on with that? That's mad. Look at the way that this slider has been scaled. That's really bad. So one down from 300 BPM is 185 BPM. That's fucking nonsense. Oh, bloody hell. I don't remember any of this stuff being in Winamp. Let's close this thing. I don't remember. There we go. Hold tight, let's go! Saturday night on the Ned Rush. Make some noise for the Prince William inside! This is bullshit. This is not what we've just done. This is nonsense. I'm going back in. Sorry, I'm not going to... I'm not going to sleep until I know that I've got an actual song. Right. Open. What did I do? Did I do something? Did I change it? Levels. Did I change it? Did I fuck it up? I fucked up the song or something. Right, let's get rid of these, because that proved to be unsuccessful, unfortunately. I just need to remember how to use this. Right, okay, let's go to the playlist. So there's our playlist. Let's listen to our song. What's happened to pattern 6? It's all gone. Oh, it's all gone. What happened to all our lovely bass lines? Oh, I'm sad. Some of that sounded really good. And it's gone, and I don't know why, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sad because of it. I think it was probably because even though this is an authorized version, some of the synths we used were probably not, they were probably demos. So when you save, let's go to channels here, add one. Yeah, they're all still there, but they've all gone from the project. What I do, I didn't delete any of them. Is FruityLoops gaslighting me? Is it trying to question my sanity? What is all this stuff? Oh! Is it going to open Harold Bishop? Wow. Wow. That is a song. That is actually a song I did a long time ago, but all of the samples are not included. It's toxic software. It's therapy speaking me. Hey, this is at 340 BPM. Right. I think that's it. I've had a really, really nice time, but I'm also really cross because all of that work, I think I need to understand what the limitations are in this version, and then I would be more than happy to come back. Like I say, I think let's just make a new project. Let's just make a quick new project. I think that this sampler, as basic as it is really good. I always thought it was really good. Very empowering, very accessible. You just drop something in and you've got limited amount of stuff that you can do, but it is enough. It's enough. And then you just keep adding more in. I think I was trying to do stuff that I think this version maybe isn't capable of. But I had a nice time. But we'll end with listening to a popular song from that era in Granulab. And maybe I will do another WindowsXP stream another time. So, if you would like that, give this video a thumbs up. And perhaps even write to me with some suggestions for software to explore. Internet Archive actually has really come into play quite a lot. Internet Archive has got access to a huge amount of versions of things that I thought were long gone. A couple of things I was not able to get access to. One of them was Computer Musis, Musis, which was free with Computer Music Magazine, which was pretty much a full-on, absolutely a free full-on DAW with VST hosting and everything, and really, really good stuff. And it's still available. I think I talked about this earlier. But the version that I wanted to get was not available. Also, I've been led to believe that I can run Ableton Live 4 on Windows XP. So if you would like me to do another one of these and we do it in Ableton Live 4 with Reason 3, I would be up for that. That would probably be a little bit more rewarding because I would be using registered versions that I paid for rather than these dodgy versions that Claude has gone and found for me. However, Granulab works. So let's have a listen to some mush and then we'll call it a day. And it kind of bookends the stream quite well, doesn't it? Because this was how we started. Put some reverb on. User-friendly, you'd really like Renoise. I have a Renoise license, but it's quite old. The problem why I didn't, one reason why I didn't really sort of take to Renoise was because a lot of the keyboard shortcuts were for PC, not for Mac. So I might tell you now that some of the shortcuts, the essential shortcuts, are a little bit more for the PC keyboard than they were for the Mac keyboard, although the last time that I gave it a real solid go was back in I think 2009, but I still have a license for it, and it's really good. I don't know if Ill-Formed is still in the live chat. He could probably give you a lot of insight into that. Who's even still here? Leave a comment if you're still here. Sorry, what was I doing? Let's listen to this. I used the 09 command where I would bring in a drum loop and then I would sync it, and then I would use the 09 command and then use the number buttons. So like 0 was no offset, 2 was an 1/8 note offset, 4 was 2/8 notes offset, and then I would just hammer through those, go to a new pattern, do it all again, and then very, very quickly, I could make sort of like, I could very, very quickly glitch up loops and stuff. And then there were other commands. And then I seem to remember when I installed it some time ago, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, they changed the sample offset command to something else, which I think was maybe S or something. It is incredibly dense. I'll give you that. And it certainly lends itself to a certain type of brain. There were so many commands, like more than Blender. I would say more. There are more essential keyboard shortcuts in Renoise than maybe there are in Blender. That I could be wrong. All right, that'll do. That was a fun live stream and somewhat shit at the same time. But I'm glad I did it. And it's sort of given me some ideas for things to do in the future. Whether I really need to spend more time in FruityLoops 3, I don't know. However, I'm glad that I did it. Okay, that's it. So we're going to close XP now. And I will see you again very, very soon. I'm going to do some Ableton Live things in the coming weeks and other things and stuff. And if you want me to do more Windows XP videos, live streams, whatever, drop a comment. I'm going to go watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer now. Okay, bye.